All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another exciting game right here at the Tafawa Balewa Square Cricket Oval. It's the last set of games handling right here at the 2025-2026 Club Cricket Committee Lagos Cricket League. And the game you're witnessing today is between Rising Star Cricket Club and Government College Ibadan Old Boys Cricket Club. Earlier on in the day, the toss was conducted in which Government College Ibadan Old Boys Cricket Club won the toss and opted to bat first in what seems to be an exciting game. And quickly, the first 11 of both sides: Paul Palm for Government College, Ramona Ali, Talabi, Oduayo, Alex, Vincent Adewoye, Isaac Okwe, Sylvester Okwe, Richard Ubo, Becky Mubarak Kehinde, Abdurrahman, Jimo Abdurrahman, Adebayo Samson, Kofarala Lukuman, and Elo Chuku Undobem. And we're gonna kickstart the game. While we're in that, I would be running you through the first 11 of Rising Star. And opening the bat is Paul Pam and Raymond Ali, and opening the bowling for Rising Star Cricket Club will be Majid Khan. First ball already bowled. White ball signal there by the umpire Wale Adekoya. Played up in the air with a race to the boundary. Seems it's going to be going. Oh, what a misfield there by the fielder, making the ball lose the track. And that's the first boundary in today's game. Just look at that again on the replay. Waited patiently for it, timed it, and ensured that the game ball just went straight into the arc where he wanted it to be. And that's the first boundary into this game. Paul Palm is the opening batter along with Raymond Ali. And having played that for, the next ball he did was to nick straight into the hands of the wicketkeeper, Ashmit Shiesta. Again on the replay, let's see how that panned out. He went straight into the hands. Just look at that ball, straight, stayed low, but Ashmit, fantastic fielder, knew he could not do anything extra but keeping that ball in his hands. And after hitting that four, it is 5 for 1 in 0.4 overs. Into the center is Talabi Oduayo. Talabia Oduayo, the new man in, will be looking to see how he can get this game going for his side. Majid Khan doing a lot of swings with the ball. The last ball of the first over, 5-4-1 it is. Oh, so unlucky. Magic Khan keeping the ball on the offside and ensuring that all fourth wickets are just what he's doing. And again, we'll see the replay where that wicket came into play straight into the hands of, just look at that, staying low, Ashmit Siesta. He knew he needed to take that catch, and the first breakthrough happened in the very first over. And quickly, let's see if we can get the playing 11 of Rising Star Cricket Club from the producer. There you have it. Tamish Singh, Amit Khan, Ashmi Siesta, Chimeze Onzulike, Kapil Sharma, Naveen Kumar, Vishal Sharma, Majid Khan, Pradeep Chadura, Adeboye Oluwasheye, and Majud Guptal. So that's the playing 11 for Rising Star Cricket Club. And coming into the attack from the pavilion, the end, is Tamish Singh. Interesting to say that the Rising Star Cricket Club want the defending champion of the Club Cricket Committee CCC League. But at the end of the day, it seems like Government College Ibadan, Old Boys Cricket Club, if they win convincingly today, would definitely be getting the trophy as they are currently top of the table. Tamish Singh into the attack from the pavilion end. Later on, I will be joined with other commentators for these proceedings. Straight into the hands of Longon, where you have mid-off Chibeze Onzilike staying. So this captain, interestingly, happens to be Chimeze Onzulike, and for Government College Ibadan, the captain for today happens to be Vincent Adewoye. Appealed, definitely that was drifting down the leg side. There was nothing he could do about that. Umpires for today are Wale Adekoya and Ramona Adelakun. Drifting down the leg side, plays it down where you had deep mid wickets in, and they'll just take a single for it. Today the weather forecast says it's going to be cloudy all through. Hopefully the weather stays like this and we will have a very good game. Joining me in the commentary box is Enderan Sofem. Good morning, Andy. How are you?
Cloudy conditions this morning, a bit of rains about between 4 and 6 a.m. But cricket is on here at the TBS Cricket Oval. If you're joining us, it's the last day award and presentation ceremony of the 2025-2026 cricket season. Presently, a crucial game is GCI versus Rising Stars. This game is very important to both teams. GCI needs to win to remain at the top and win the league, and Rising Star will have to win this game convincingly, perhaps bowl out GCI quickly and score the runs in a quick succession to ensure that they have a decent net run rate at the end of the day. While FGC Warrior presently sitting on second slot, we'll be hoping that Rising Star creates a damage here to unsettle the league table, but at the moment it is GCI who are batting first 8-for-1, and the last delivery of the second over. That's it. It brings us to the end of the second over. The score is 8-for-1. Current run rate sits at 4.4 and over. Projected score is 80. Very unrealistic considering the batting lineup packed by GCI there. But hopefully, Tamesh, who's at the top of the bowling log, has bowled a very brilliant over here for Rising Star. I think everyone wants this badly. Trust me, both sides have the quality. We have ex-international there, Chimezie Unzlike, who's the captain of Rising Star. Majid, he has won the league before with LACC, and now has been playing for Rising Star the past 4-5 seasons. But trust me, exciting cricket to come, and we expect a big finish here today. AB, good to be with you in the comms box. How's it been? Today is the last day. We're probably going to miss doing this a couple of months before the next season starts, 2026, 2027.
Definitely, Endurance. We're going to definitely miss it. Majid Khan back into the attack from the cut-over pillion. Oh, very well played by Raymond Ali, hitting that with a straight bat, just finding that gap between point and gully. And I must say, interestingly, Endurance, I'm just actually thinking, apart from my normal 9-to-5 job, I'm just thinking, what's going to happen when the rainy season starts and in terms of cricket? Will I be watching the cricket in the home, or how will it be like coming to watch cricket at the Tafawa Balewa Square Cricket Oval?
So that's the beauty of cricket. That's the off-season. So you probably should plan something, perhaps some holiday in the UK. There will be plenty of cricket there. Hopefully a couple of tours around. I know later this year, brilliant line. That's it. Majid is not going to go down without fighting. And Talabi and Ramon Ali, season campaigner. Ramon has been very consistent with the bat. He's got a couple in the top 10 runs chart there. We'll see those statistics as we come along. That delivery again for you. Majid has been around long enough. That's it. Brilliant leave by Talabi.
That's what we call smell leather. You see the leather of the ball as it flies past you. This time he takes it a bit further away, making sure that Talabi doesn't have that square cut shot that he's looking for. And judging by what with the type of bowling he's having, he's now having a third man who is now a bit squarer towards having third man who is a bit squarer, more like he's going towards backward or point. So if it's going to be an uppercut, he might get caught at the ropes. Straight into the hands of Point, who makes a fumble of it. And they take 2 runs of that. Tamesh should have cut that off. But allowing its batters to take 2 runs, these young lads are very young.
Yeah, but we talk about what you will be doing. The IPL is on. Plenty of cricket around the world. For sure, we'll see teams touring. Hopefully, the Nigerian team will tour Namibia later this year. Of course, the women's Quebec tournament will be on in June in Rwanda. And of course, in September, we'll see under 19 women's World Cup qualifiers in Tanzania. So there's plenty of cricket around the world. It's just to probably plan. You might just miss being around the comms box and production for a bit. But before you know it, the season is here again and going. That's the beauty of following cricket because there's plenty of cricket around. In the UK, there's the summer starts soon, so there'll be plenty of cricket to follow. County cricket as well. Oh, brilliant shot this time. It goes over mid-wicket. That's what we're talking about. Ramon Ali's got the quality that he deserves. He's a young cricketer, and he's a delight to watch. He's got a maiden century this season, and I tell you what, he's been consistent. He's been around, was with the Lagos Cricket Club, Cricketers Club of Lagos in Accra. That shot again, no nonsense. I won't stick around. There you go. That's the ability he's got. But I mean, a lot of questions around his temperament as well. We saw him against Namibia in the under-19s here in Lagos, and that's where the trajectory has come through. Made his debut for the national team with a 68 in December last year in Abuja. So we've seen that young man grown from strength to strength, and his ability is one of the, probably is going to go on to be one of the finest cricketers Nigeria ever produced if he continues in this format. But we know character and consistently depends on discipline as well.
Character and consistency depends on discipline, and this man putting on jersey number 7 in terms of Tamesh has been one decent bowler this season. He has kept so much decency with that his orthodox spin coming from around the wicket, left arm around, so he has threatened a lot of batters. This season he has more LB than you can phantom in any spin bowler, and he ensures that cut always gets him those wickets. So I won't be surprised if he's going to be a danger man for Government College in terms of bowling today. Straight on the ground, Talabi Oduayo to mid-on, but he'll just take a single for that. And talking about a lot of cricket, it's going to be good to be in the commentary box outside of the country. I know Endurance has been in Kabul, he's been in Rwanda, he's been in Namibia, but hopefully I get a chance to be in some of these countries and also be in the commentary box.
What are you trying to do? Let's focus here. I mean, everyone heads you. But I think you've done a great job locally. Brilliant ball. Unlucky Tamesh. That one spun away from the batter. Ramon Ali has to be very careful there. They got a couple there. The score gradually building this one. Projected score now just moved above 100, 114 expected. Current run rate sitting at 5.7 and over. If you are just joining us, it's a big day for GCI, Rising Star and FGC Warri. Hopefully, Rising Star kind of set the table here, but GCI have been consistent. They've shown class. That middle order batting between Sylvester Okwe, Vincent Adeoye, Isaac Okwe. They've got that quality and what the team requires to go all the way. Hopefully, they hold their nerves here, but usually they say when it matters most, you have to win to keep yourself involved at the top. And I'll tell you, behind the scene here, there are plenty of beautiful faces here in the production room. I won't mention names, perhaps AB will introduce the team, but I'll tell you the images will come to you now. It's quite live, and when you're following, brilliant shot this time, hits it again, but protection in the deep. It would be a single. He wants a second, but that won't come. They have to be careful now. Sloppy field in there, and they got a second eventually. So Ramon Ali back on strike.
Talking about people in the production box, it's been 5 months or roughly 6 months of production, I must say, from Premier League to Division 1, and in between we had some breaks where we had to do the international tournaments as well, and return back to the production of the club cricket committee. And I must tell you, good square cut shot straight into the gap, finds that gap. Boundary it is. Ramon Ali not sticking around. The temperament is what Endurance was talking about, and I think this man is not ready to stay that long in the crease.
Well, I'm quite happy with what I see. I think he's playing brilliantly. Again, the replay shows this time it was short, but he created the room there, and that's a class art shot. You needed to have the quality to be able to maneuver the field that way, and it's good to see Ramon Ali doing this. I mean, he's a young cricketer I want to watch bat anytime, any day. He's got the arrays of shots. He just has to be able to work on that temperament, bat for time, and trust me, he will score tons of runs in coming season. Again, look at that. See, he's creating that room again. I mean, what do you expect from such a cricketer? You could see the amount of direct hits, but unbelievable, disappointing. We talked about this. Not sure what that could be. Did he grind his bat or not? The replay will show and tell us. But it's quite disappointing to see how Ramon Ali, this is clearly a giveaway. He's played a beautiful shot, running between wickets. Now look at this. Direct hit. But, oh no. Unbelievable. He held his bat up a bit. And the scenes are not what you want to see.
Again on your replay, the way Ramonala came out, it was just there in the offer. Played quite well. They should have taken the first one fast, but at the process of taking the second one, let's see that again. Did he ground his bat? He grounded his bat very, very late, and he lost his wicket. He was still arguing that he grounded his bat well, but the umpires with the eagle eye, Wale Adekoya, made it perfectly well and ensured that he definitely got that decision right. And now Sylvester Okwe is the new man in for the for Government College Ibadan. Old Boys Cricket Club, as Government College are now in a positions where they don't want to be. They are now 25 for 2. I think they would be. It's going to be 25 for 2 in 3.5 overs. Tamer Singh still proving difficult for the batters of the Government College. He has ensured that he gets at least one run out in this game, which has actually helped him out. With just one ball left in this over, straight on the ground, but no run will be taken. And with that dot ball, we should come to the end of the over, as it's 4 overs gone, 26 for 2. Just so you see that again, the replay says it all. Back foot, play the time lead well, take the first one fast, and in the process of taking the second one, just look at that direct hit. And Tamesh was 100% sure of that run out, and a lot of fielders there were so 100% sure that yes, they had that second wicket. And it's 26 for 2. It's going to be Majid Khan bowling from the Court of Appeal end to bowl his third over.
Interesting to see how the fifth over commences, but 26 for 2 is what it is. Sloppy fielding there. Again, I wonder what this is all about. GCI again have that man Sylvester Okwe, who he's been consistent with the bat this season. 650s in all of his innings. New strike rate of above 150. That's the man who has carried his team on his shoulders. Hopefully he sets the tone for this wonderful morning. We can have more and more action there. That disappointing run out. Oh, brilliantly bowled. Brilliantly bowled. Majid Khan 115 still showing that consistency. He used to be very, very deadly when he arrived in Nigeria some 10 years back playing for LACC. Really quick, you can imagine him bowling this pace with mat on concrete. But I'll tell you what, he hasn't lost much, but age perhaps catching up. But it's good to still see him come and keep things simple. Brilliantly done.
Talking about age endurance, I can't remember the last time you went in the center to actually play. A lot of people are saying you need to get back into that center to play.
I still have my brand new bat. I got it last season. I was hoping that I'll be able to come off and score a few runs. But again, I am playing for GCR, and you see the array of young players they've got. So we're hoping that they can organize an over 40 game for us to run around a bit. But I will play at some point before the end of this season. This season is ending today from CCC. But there are other tournaments we'll see. But I'll tell you what, I miss playing, and the competitiveness that the league has brought this 38 years has been very, very interesting to watch. Every time you have to play those days against Cosmo Foundation Cricket Club, GCI, you got to think, because the array of quality cricketers around then, every team has got 2 or 3 quality bowlers, and they have 3 or 4 batters that could take the game away from anything. So you never could predict any team. And House Out Pioneers then churning out young cricketers from schools. It was very tough. He goes across, not interested. Certainly no appeal on that one. This is going to be interesting today. That delivery again comes just a foolish delivery, but this time looking like it's going to be the leg stump. So the bowler himself knows that, Majid.
Rising Star thinks they have a glimmer of a hope, 28 for 2. They know if they can get GCI out under a very low total, they might have a chance of getting onto the top of the log table. Now this time drifting down the leg, Naveen with the ball. End of the fifth over is 29 for 2. And Chimizi Onzuleke having a discussion. I think this is where it comes into play, because now who you're going to use, he has himself to bowl, he has Pradeep, he has Manoj, and I think they have Wale along the line that he's definitely going to bowl. But quickly, let's have Chimeze into the attack from the pavilion end. The first ball. Interesting to say that Chimeze has actually reduced his pace for over 2 or 3 seasons now. He doesn't have that long run up. He just bowls those slight cutters, bowling a borderliner, and ensuring that the batter doesn't have anything to do with the playing him on or taking him on. And Talabi seems to be a little bit confused on what he's doing. Now, I think Schmidt is going back to probably stay behind. At first, he was standing, but now he decides to go back. I think Chimeze wants to go with the bouncers now. Oh, nicks away from him, but that was stopped by Pradeep at backward of point. And now there's going to be some field change. Back foot drive, finds the gap. Can Naveen cut that out? I don't think he would. That's a boundary. Lovely shot there by Sylvester Okwe, hitting that in between point and covers. Again on the replay, you could see that he waited perfectly, timed that in between point and covers, and that has raced all the way to the boundary for 4. Pulled this time towards the ground. Would I race another boundary? Yes, back-to-back boundaries by Sylvester Okwe, the informed batter for the GCI team and the top batter for this league. Again, just look at that. He waited for that ball, saw that ball short. All he needed to do was just rock back and pull that to the boundary.
It's quite disappointing to see Chimeze bowl this way as captain. I don't know what his plans are, but short pitch deliveries and this pace should not be your plan or in your array of plans. You have to be consistent here. Top of up stump, that's where you want to be. You've got fielders on the offside. That's the area you want to be. Just make sure you're keeping, take as many dot balls as possible. Avoid bowling boundary deliveries. And there is no point here because in this format of the game, dot balls play a lot of role. Yeah, that's the end of the sixth over. 39 for the loss of 2 wickets. Ramon Ali departed in a disappointing manner. That run out, he was furious and fuming at himself. Well, hopefully his teammates who have been consistent with the bat will make a statement for them. Projected score now moves to 130. Current run rate sitting at 6 and over. That's the batting score. Paul Palmer and Ramon Ali departed for 4 and 16 respectively. Strike rate there 100 and 200 meant some intent. But again, Sylvester Oak with that man 225 sitting at the top of the batting log. Hopefully he can finish there. But it's been an interesting time and good to see how it's come around. Into the seventh over, Kapil, spin around a bit. He tries to go big in the air, catch opportunity, dropped. I hope they won't pay dearly for this. Majid wasn't just quick enough. The replay again, looking to go towards mid-wicket, but leading edge there. Quite disappointing, Majid. Phil will be disappointed with this. He's always been a wicket taker for his team. At the moment, he sits at number 3 for Rising Star, and a brilliant shot this time. Protection in the deep. Chimezie Onzilike himself roving that boundary. He's got 11 wickets with economy rate of 5.1, averaging 19. Kapil Sharma has been consistent. Now Chimezie has led the log for his team. The wicket logs with 13. Amir Sherf 10 wickets, and Pradeep Chandra 9 wickets. Those are the top 5 for rising star. It's been a key. Comes down the line, but I think Talabi will have to find a way to get Sylvester Okwe on strike. That brings us to the end of the 7th over. Score is 46 for the loss of 2 wickets. Again, increasing the projected score. Hopefully, these two can carry that banner. But the more runs they score, the more difficult it is for them to drop. Again, in that batting leaderboard, 11 innings from Sylvester Okwe, 396. With Selim Salah yesterday, quick firing 40, sitting on 334. With fewer games, but that's what it's all about. It's about runs and numbers. Stats don't lie, they say. So just joining us, the weather is clear, the clouds are open, windy situations here. I'll tell you one thing, 2 games are going to happen. So if you're seated at home, the bars are open, the pubs are happening, and join the activities at the Tafawa Balewa Square.
You know, interesting thing is a lot of my friends who from the UK, they say once you're in the commentary box, there's usually one thing that happens. You must have the food, you must have the beer, and you must have the mics.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about, beers, but we have to be sane when we say these things. That's a discipline we carry. That's Manoj, slower delivery, brilliant shot by Sylvester Okwe, opens up that face and brings the field out long off into play. But I'll tell you one thing today, Okwe is looking solid here. He's moved on to 14 from 8 deliveries, again scoring quick enough. Talabi still seated on 12 of 23 deliveries, needs to hurry things up and ensure that he keeps the scoreboard ticking. Umpires for today, top man Wale Adekoya and Ramon Adelakun, they've been consistent and around. Down the leg side, that one. Talabi really showing some frustration there. Was a slower delivery, and that's clearly how this can pan out. The umpire having those conversations. He wants to see what's happening on the other side after Manoj delivers the ball.
On the ground, straight down towards long on, takes a shimmer. Interesting to say that what the Rising Star bowlers have done more today is to always bowl at the 3rd stump and the 4th stump line. Just maybe a couple of balls went between the leg stump and middle stump. But this plan for today is make sure that you have more players on the offside than on the onside and force the batters to hit on the off.
I don't know what is it called there. Brilliant stuff here by Sylvester Okwe, always looking to score. And everything that comes onto his bat seems to be working for him. It shows how organized his game is, and he's worked really hard. We must give him his flowers. That's 5th delivery of the 8th over coming through. Brilliant shot this time. Just finds soft hands on that one. Rotating strike nicely. Again, you would expect that he will hug the strike after this delivery. But again, let's see what Talabi does. Unbelievable, disappointing, and it's gone. Disappointing. He's wondering what had happened. His foot was nowhere near that one. Again, will this be good news for GCI, because Talabi have soaked in 26 deliveries and only scored 13 runs, and it's the part again on the replay. Manoj just flighting that one. He was there to be driven. Look at that. Foot nowhere around there, and that wicket keeper was very quick.
You know, interesting to say, Endurance. My issue with him was the technicality that Manoj saw his stand. He knew it was right outside the leg stump. All he needed to do was force him to come towards the offside, and he knew the moment the ball was going to turn away, he's going to force himself to play. And you don't mess around when Ashmit is standing. He has those quick fingers.
Well, I'll tell you what, I agree with you. The techniques there failed him. I would have thought he would go inside the line of the ball to try and create the room on the offside, because if you look at the field placement, you've got 3 fielders on the leg side, just 1 on the offside, with a few in beating you, and that was a foolish delivery. You should go down the wicket or go across and go straight. But what he has done, just stood there, opened up his front foot, trying to slog. But again, Ashmit made no mistake about that one.
GCI in a position they don't want to be, 49 for 3 in 8.0 overs. Even though the current run rate is still sitting at 6.13, but they need to be wary of the wicket. Though they still have the likes of Vincent Adewoye still sitting in the dugout, the likes of Jimo Abdurrahman, and also the captain Isaac Okwe still sitting in the dugout. So it's going to be very, very trickish one.
This is where I have a problem on the tactics here. You have 12 overs left. You've got Vincent Adewoye, you've got Jimo Abdurrahman, you've got Isaac Okwe. 3 of them need those 12 overs to bat. You don't want somebody to slow down Sylvester Okwe, and that's the pressure then he's going to come under, because then he wants to score every time he has your opponent to face. But if you have a quality batter like Vincent Adewoye on the other side, or Isaac Okwe, his elder brother, then the rotation becomes easier, and because you know the batter on that side has got the quality to also get those big figures. But let's see how this pans out. Rising Star will be happy that it's Koforo that is batting with Sylvester Okwe. They will want to keep him off the strike as much as possible, and let's hope he can maneuver this field.
Hoping he maneuvers the field. Kapil with the first ball, a dot ball, bowling the borderline out to Sylvester Okwe. This time he goes it quicker, stays low. Sylvester trying to hit that over the bowler's head. Now he's trying to get himself into the rhythm, get into the pitched ball, hitting it down. You know, there's this thing I used to ask myself, what does the batters do? Every time they go in, they go hit their bat to stomp the ground.
Abayomi, you never batted. You need to say, come on, don't do this. You never batted. Whenever the ball pitches anywhere, it makes just a slight dent. So what you want to do is make sure the dent evens out. You don't want those dents, because the next ball that's going to hit that area is probably going to push up. Come on, Abayomi, let's come to the net. Let's teach you batting.
All right. Well, the truth is, I'm actually not a very good batter. I accept that. But when it comes to bowling, yeah, sometimes when I see the batter do that, I tell myself, come on, man, you just gave me another place to bowl to. Why did you just do that?
If you see that on concrete, then you ask what is happening. But that never happens on concrete. But all this time, not so short pitch delivery, but he manages to get around that one. Sylvester Okwe again tries to rotate the strike again. Now let's see how this pans out. Hopefully Koforola goes aggressively, slightly aggressive, to give Sylvester that mindset that you don't have to take the risks every time you are batting. The score's now 50, 8.4 overs bowled.
Interesting to say that Sylvester Okwe, the moment he sees Kapil, he goes deep into his crease to actually give himself room to turn those good length balls into shot of a good length. But Kapil, as smart as he is, has always made sure that the moment he sees Sylvester's, he bowls it more into him. But now Koforola Lukman is standing outside his crease, but plays it perfectly well. But there's protection at fine leg, and they'll just take a single for that.
That's the thing about the very brief guys, the heights. You're not sure what length you're going to be bowling to them. When you have guys as well like Bavuma batting, you want to bowl really foolish delivery, or you're trying to bowl short of a good length, they become short because you're quick on their toes. But they are fine batters, most of them. When you think you can harass them with speed and bounce, you suffer a bit, so you have to be smart. Or again, Josin played it slightly too early. We say that brings us to the end of the 9th over. Score now goes to 52 for the loss of 3 wickets.
At TechPoint Global Solutions, we deliver enterprise-grade connectivity across Nigeria. Our dedicated internet lease lines provide fast, secure, and reliable connectivity businesses can trust. With our smart IT managed solutions, we protect and optimize your infrastructure, so you can stay focused on growth. As an authorized Starlink partner, we extend high-speed internet to businesses anywhere in Nigeria.
good to see. Action Manoj continues in the 10th over from the pavilion end of the TBS cricket over. Taking, and Koforola departs. That was what we talked about earlier. There was no point him coming at this time. Should have been just Vincent Adewoye or Isaac. Look at that delivery again. Slowish delivery. Goes across and tries to play on the leg side. But the leading edge, Majid made no mistake of this one.
In 2025, our impact was recognized with the ISP Game Changer of the Year and Telecom Excellence Awards. Are you looking for reliable internet? TechPoint is your trusted connectivity partner. Get connected today. At TechPoint Global Solutions, we deliver enterprise-grade connectivity across Nigeria. Our dedicated internet lease lines provide fast, secure, and reliable connectivity businesses can trust. With our smart IT-managed solutions, we protect and optimize your infrastructure, so you can stay focused on growth. As an authorized Starlink partner, we extend high-speed internet to businesses anywhere in Nigeria. In 2025, our impact was recognized with the ISP Game Changer of the Year and Telecom Excellence Awards. Are you looking for reliable internet? TechPoint is your trusted connectivity partner. Get connected today.
Brilliant run in between wickets. Rising Star just being a bit sloppy there. Vincent Adewoye now batting with Sylvester Okpe. If you are just joining us, this is a tabletop decider for this Premier Division 2025-2026 season. Brilliant shot inside out, but this time no protection whatsoever there. The chase is on. Will they get that boundary? No, they won't. But running between wicket has been good. It's Sylvester Okpe who continues to find that rhythm. He's moved to 20 of 17 deliveries. And still halfway to go through this innings. It's good to see how he's batted and continues to do that for GCI. You call him the prime player this season. And dead bats. And that what happens to you when you have the confidence of the batter on the other side. That brings us to the end of the 10th over. It is 59 for the loss of 4 wickets. It's Majid Khan who's back this time against Vincent Adewoye. He tries to go across but manages a single there. Fielder in the long off region comes to play. Into the 11th over, it's Majid Khan from the Court of Appeal end. I think the batters just have to minimize the risks here. No need for risks. If Sylvester, this partnership can bat through this period. He wants it and he gets it. Brilliant run in between wicket. Good game awareness. They get a second. No is the call. Brilliant shot, but unfortunate. Dropped that one opportunity. Vincent will have to be careful here. He's got the ability. He just needs to take time and work this out. More runs here, and this time they're just walking through this GCI, and this is the middle overs you're talking about, and the kind of quality they have on this side. And to be able to walk around this, and Rising Star will have to ensure they don't let loose here if they want to stand a chance. But this is about winning or not winning. And I tell you something, the second innings is expected to be explosive. Whatever runs you see on the board, Rising Star will have to go all out to score it in quick succession to ensure that they have a chance to win this league. It all ends in a couple of hours. If you're just joining us, it is GCI Old Boys Cricket Club versus Rising Star. Fighting hard is GCI to ensure they finish strong and winning the 2025-2026 league. There's a lot at stake, bragging rights, as they continue to see how they can maneuver here. It's Majid Khan from the Court of Appeal end. Last ball of the 11th over. Wide delivery, umpire's mark. Wale Adekoya wouldn't let that one go without calling it. Full toss in the block hole on the offside. This is what you want to see. Brilliant over here. Smart cricket from Sylvester Okwe, knowing how important and how dangerous Majid Khan can be. And that brings us to the end of the 11th over. The score is 68 for 4. where Sylvester will not stop scoring, gradually climbing. Short ball in the air. Will it go all the way? Oh, safe. No man there. And Sylvester still climbing. And score quickly moving to 83-4. In the 13th over, things are looking set now and making sure GCI is in a very comfortable position. A brilliant shot here. Just walking that one through the goalie region. Rotating strike nicely. Vincent Adewoye has moved on to 17 of 10 deliveries. More and more action here coming your way. It's Kapil Sharma against that in front batter. Scoreboard ticking at the moment, 88. That's the end of the 13th over, 89 for 4 wicket lost. A projected score now sitting on 137 with the current run rate at 6.8. It's been an interesting show here to see the excitement and how things have panned out. Friends and supporters of the league in this season. Making sure the league stays alive. Ruth Lamin, Joshua Naike, Okolo Dozier, Ademola Ababa, Bejide Jide Tiloy Foundation, the Cricket Lab, EMR Mining, Victory Vision, IM System, Epic Sport, and SMJ Logistics. Hopefully we get more and more. The league is becoming bigger, and to see these supporters loving the game and supporting cricket, we say thank you from this side of the world. This partnership gradually building. Brilliant shot, class art. Just stand and deliver that one again in the replay. And that man has got the quality. Vincent Adeoye. And look at that delivery again. Over-pitch delivery. And he stands and watches that one go all the way. Chimeze Onzilike at the long on boundary can only watch but can't do much. Disappointing there. Tamesh. This team, GCI team, that middle order batting has got the quality. Brilliant shot inside out. What an act. What an act. I'll tell you what, if you are not here, you're missing. It's a Sylvester Okpe's day. And that inside out shot again in the replay for you. Just foolish outside the off stump. And he goes big over extra cover. Maximum. Real class. I'll tell you what, this is the beauty of what cricket has. It's been 2 sixes in this over, another boundary. This time brilliantly driven off the ground. More and more boundary. Disappointing here for Ahmed Khan. See that replay again. Initial one was in the air. This time on the ground, through the covers. And it goes all the way. The rest of the fielders can only watch. And that brings us to the end of the 14th over. Score now is 107 for 4 after 14. This is a championship team, and I think, to be honest, Abayomi, you will agree that GCI deserves this trophy because the middle order batting has been solid for them, managing the fray and array of things. And with that young man, Ramon Ali, opening the batting for them, it gives a bit of confidence and comfort for the middle orders to bat this way.
You're definitely right, Endurance. He gives that comfort and assurance for them, for the middle order to bat, not forgetting that they still have 2 other batters in that middle order who are yet to get into the middle, which is the captain, Isaac Okwe, and also Jimo Abdurrahman. Those guys know how to hit the boundaries. They know how to clear the fence. So at the end of the day, it will be those middle order that matters most for Government College Ibadan Old Boys Cricket Club, with Chimeze Unzulike now back in the attack from the Court of Appeal end to bowl the 15th over, as we have just 30 balls left to be bowled in this first innings. Current run rate now has jacked up to 7.64 and projected is going to go around the 150, around the 160 mark. If they continue at this rate with that man, Sylvester Okwe, currently sitting on 45 runs of 30 balls. He seems to be the man who might be taking the batter of the season for the 2025-2026 if he gets to cross the 50 mark, because that would give him his 750. Vincent takes that one, a little bit of shimmy to the left side. They take the first one, but Sylvester is not interested in going for the second. He just wants to have the first one and then gives him strike. That's what Sylvester is saying. Look, don't give me the strike. Let's play for the team, not just for myself alone. Yes, I might be getting close to the 50, but the team comes first. Straight back to Chimeze Onzileke, experienced campaigner for Rising Star Cricket Club. He knows when to bowl those overs that matters most. Straight again, this time Fuller, this time forcing him to play on the front foot. Sharing that he doesn't get that room that he wants. Every ball, Chimeze adjusts his field. Now Drake back down into the gap. Extra covers comes into play. He picks it up but throws it single, allowing the batters to take 2 runs. Takes Sylvester to 47. 3 short of his 50. Umpire helping Vincent Adewoye to get his pads on. Ashmit Siesta having that discussion with Sylvester Okwe. These two were about teammates at the national level for the Yellow Greens, the male side. Ashmi Siesta, also a campaigner. He knows how to score a 50 is like, so definitely this would be something of interest to see him also score a 50. Rotation is what those two batters are doing, and with that last ball, which went for a single, has brought us to the end of the 15th over. As it's going to be 113 for the loss of just 4 wickets for $112 for the loss of 4 wickets. Tamesh back into the attack from the pavilion end. Vincent Adewoye pushes that towards mid-wicket. So lucky. No, it's the call. Sylvester Okpe was about to take off, but the moment he saw the ball going to Manoj's hand at mid-wicket, he said no. Goes big, goes high. Is that a maximum? Yes, it is a maximum. The umpire's hands has to go up, and Vincent Adoye with that 6 will take his tally to 32 runs again on the replay. He waited for that bounce. He knew exactly where the ball was going to pitch, and all he needed to do was just get the ball to the boundary. And Vincent Adewoye has hit a 6 as they are now 118 in just 5.2 overs. He goes big again this time.
Interesting to see. It's an all Vincent Adewoye show. He is loving it. Back-to-back 6s. Tamesh, that man, can only watch. And the ball goes over him and over the side screen for 6. Ramon Adelakun obliging the viewers of that signal. 124 for 4 now. We projected 130 earlier. The projected score now is 160. Well, this is a beauty to behold. It's Vincent Adewoye, 38 of 18 deliveries. Tamesh is bowled brilliantly up to this time. He wants a single noisy call. It brings us to the end of the 16th over. It's 124 for the loss of 4 wickets. Vincent Adeoye 38 of 21 deliveries. Sylvester Okwe 48 of 34. Tamesh still looking for that opportunity to score.
While Chimeze is trying to take up the responsibility to bowl the over, we're going to say a very big thank you to our sponsors, starting with Sterling Bank, Tata International, the Nigerian Cricket Federation, the Sego Family Foundation, Pets Foundation, Milo, Unilag Cricket Alumni, the Lagos State Cricket Association, and the TechPoint Global Solution, the official internet service providers for this tournament. Technically for this league, it's not actually a tournament, so it's for this league. They have made sure that we have the best internet in this league to bring these games live to every one of you. Chimeze Ontulike back into the attack from the cut of appeal lane with Sylvester Okwe on 48 of 38 balls. Can he get his 50? He goes big with that race to the boundary. He takes the first one, and Sylvester might be raising the bat. Yes, he does. He finally raises the bat. Endurance, what do you think?
7 half 50s. You can't take anything away from that quality of performance in a season. The last time I remember seeing something like this was many years back when we have the light of Endurance Ofem, Jide Bejide, Kunle Adegbola, Emmanuel Okodele, Shegun Olayinka, Ademola Oniko. Those are the days we used to see 7 batters scoring tons of runs and 50s in a season. And for this man to single-handedly achieve this feat this season, we must give him his flowers. Sylvester Okwe, brilliant job. This is the 7th half century for him this season.
7.5 century, you'd say, and he's still willing to go higher. He's just still short of that century, straight on the ground. Oh, and run out! It's just so lucky that he was in. Interesting to say that he's still short of that century in the league. He scores more 50, and the last time him and I had that conversation, he said the 50 looks like no more runs to him. He wants to raise that element and the bat at the same time. Vincent goes uppercut with that race to the boundary. Yes, he does. Vincent now in his own form. Now looking to get his own century, his own half century. Just look at that uppercut. He knew there was no protection at fine leg, at third man, and at the slips region. So that race to the boundary for 4. Very well played there by Vincent Adewoye. Again on the ground. Straight towards tip mid-wicket where you have Pradeep. And they take a single. What a sloppy fielding there from the man in the deep, allowing Sylvester Okwe to get another boundary in this chase. The very last ball of the 17th over. Sloppy fielding there by Naveen. Oh, I beg your pardon, that was Pradeep Chandra, allowing that ball to go to the boundary for 4. And now Sylvester gets his tally to 55 of GCI, and now 136 for 4. Just a few highlights of Sylvester. That was the one he hit over the top for a 6 before he got to his half century, and then the followed one should be the boundary. Yes, this one was the boundary 4. Just look at that temperament. beats the fielder up, getting in between the hands of the fielder, and this was the one he got his 50.
Into the last 3 overs of this innings, 136 it is the score now. It's Tamesh from the pavilion end to Sylvester Okbe. And this one went straight to the field at point. Beg your pardon, Vincent Adewey. It's been a hard day for Tamesh. He's led the leaderboard up till this moment. Looking to stay here. Oh, brilliant shots. Oh, this is gracefully caught in the grass till the boundary. More and more here. 140 up for GCI. Now they know the confidence awaken here. Look at that shot again. Just rocks on the back foot and finds that gap in front of him.
Soft hands on the ground for Justice Eagle, where Vishal, who was staying. I think at this point in time, the Rising Star know that the chances of them winning this trophy has officially gone away from them, because they needed to put GCI less than 100. But now it seems like it's going to go away from them. Drags that down, no protection in the deep, and that has raised to the boundary again. Sylvester seems he might be getting the century he's looking for in today's game. He's not holding back anymore. He's knelt down to hit the ball, and he has done extremely well to get that over the rope. Sylvester now gets himself into the 59 runs mark in just 38 balls.
More and more runs here for these two batters, this partnership. This is just becoming a walk in the park for these two. Brilliant 50 up also for Vincent Adewey of 28 deliveries, and one of the fastest perhaps this season. It's good to see, and that sign of the cross for a gentleman who has been waited this long. And that brings us to the end of the 18th over. It is 148 for the loss of 4 wickets. The dominance of GCI continues, and Rising Star could only watch from here. That partnership, 94 runs partnership of 51 deliveries, clearly is defining this game and would have a stake to say. Rising Star will have to bat from outside their comfort zone if they have to make a statement here. But so far with the runs on the board, as GCI's net run rate can only get better at this stage. Our friends of the league, they've supported us all the way. EMR Minings, IM Systems, Youth and Sports Apex, the Crick Lab, SMJ Logistics, Victory Vision, Ruth Lamin, Joshua Nike, Okolo Dozie, Adamola, Abaoba. Full toss this time around goes over over deep square. That man, Sylvester Okpe, making a fun of it. He's having fun. You hear that name. You remember 2025-26 cricket season. It is that man, that delivery again. He would wait no longer until he's raced to 66 or 40 deliveries. Sylvester Okpe, 2025-2026. That is the man to watch out for. Runs upon runs.
Runs upon runs, like he has said. This man is so much in form. Now this time he goes big. It's a maximum.
Unbelievable. More and more. This is a class act. If you are not here, you're missing cricket. We said it. We told you about this man earlier on. And he's taking the game away from everyone. Moves to 72 of 41 deliveries. Are we going to see a century today? Time will tell. How many balls left? 6 plus 4. 10 deliveries to come from this innings.
And if he gets a century, he will nix that to the other side. And that has raced to the boundary for 4.
This is becoming a phone number. 664. And beauty, he's moved to 76. We can only count from here and see how he's walked across that one. That shimmy on the leg side. When you have batted long enough, when you are in form, anything becomes positive for you. And this is what we have seen. And that is why Sylvester Okpe is the man of the moment. He goes again. He goes again. More and more runs. He goes again on the leg side. 6-6-4-4. 2 deliveries to come. That man moves to 80. Will he get a century today? Time will tell. He's taking a game. Chimezie Onwuzulike, the captain of Rising Star, can only watch from this moment. He bowls a slower one. Everything that comes down goes. And that is the moment, the excitement we are seeing here at the TBS Cricket Oval. It is called the Sylvester Okpe's Day.
And they're so excited about the way Sylvester Okpe is playing. This time he goes big. Has he found the maximum?
No ways! This cannot be happening at the TBS Cricket Oval. It is T20. It's the best of the best. These are the moments. I'll tell you what, he's run to 86 from 45 deliveries. That man, remember him, 2025-2026 season. It is Sylvester Okpe who's taking Chimezie apart in the penultimate over, the 19th over to be precise. And that's the first one, the first big fat 6. And then the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one, finishing off that over with a 6. It's the end of the 19th over, 174 for 4. This was not how they started. Now protected score moved on to 183.
It was just back-to-back boundaries, back-to-back galores of boundaries. Chimezie over has changed the face of the game. A lot of people will say it's that particular over that took the trophy off the hand of Rising Star and gave it easily to GCI. But just like Endurance has said, it is a 2025-2026 season of Sylvester Okpe with the bat.
It will be nice to see what Vincent Adeoye does here. I would say get off strike and let's see if Sylvester Okpe can get that century today. It would be the second of the season, the fourth of the season, and coming from this man. We've seen 2 centuries in Division 1, 1 in Premier Division, and this might be the second one if he can face the last 5 balls. Let's see what happens here. He goes big. Will this be a boundary? No fielder comes around it. No, that understanding is there. That Sylvester Okpe, 14 runs away from that century. Will he get it in this over? 5 deliveries to come. This will be a test for him. Kapil Sharma is the one bowling from the TBS pavilion end. Disappointing, however, you can't take anything away from this innings. This man clearly strike rate over 200, 86 after 46 deliveries. That man, worthy cricketer, fantastic. He's done well for his team. This is what cricket is all about. The character, the show, the respect of this man. He's the finest at the moment in Nigeria. You can say whatever it is, but this is action. Brilliant ball by Kapil Sharma. I'm sure the captain would have been wondering, he could have brought him earlier. But there you go, he was looking to go really, really big. But he's done enough. He will walk now and take a bow. Sylvester Okpe, 86 runs off 46 deliveries. And the score now, 175 for the loss of 5 wickets in 19.2 overs, 4 deliveries to come. Chimeze will have no choice but to take a walk and have a handshake, and that's cricket.
Captain of the sides, Isaac Okpe, now into the attack. He has nothing more to do except to see if he can launch from the very first ball to take his side probably to 180 or 190 runs, or probably take them to 120 if it's going to be possible. A fuller one this time, ducked out. It seems to take the first one fast. Now Vincent Adawoye will be given the strike because he's also in form. He's already on 51. Can he just take himself to the 60 mark to end this innings? Vicent goes high. Can he be taking a deep mid wicket? He drops it. And Vicent has a boundary to his name. Takes himself to 55 with just some couple of balls to go. Look at again on the replay. Give himself room on the leg side. Went big. The fielder thought he had it under, but misjudged the flight of the ball. And the rest is history. Vicent now taking charge, which is the right thing the captain has done, allowing Vicent to face the last 3 balls of this innings. Last ball of the innings. He goes big. This is high up in the air. Can that be taken? Vishal Sharma never dropped such catches like that. And Vincent Adewoye has lost his wicket with just 55 runs off 32 balls.
And that brings us to the end of this first innings. It's been an amazing and dramatic one. 180 runs for the loss of 5 wickets of 6 wickets in 20 overs. We will be showing you the statistics of this league, this innings. And I'll tell you what, don't take anything away from these batters today. GCI clearly has shown dominance. We'll continue to see plenty and plenty of such performances from them. To win, Rising Star requires 181 runs. That's the scorecard for you. Clearly, Sylvester and Vincent, who have dominated. We will come back to you with that partnership between both of them. But I'll tell you at the moment, 186 strike rate and 171 strike rate. You can't take anything away from those performances. Just 4 extras from 180 runs. It means 176 came off the bar. The bowling figures there. Kapil Sharma, that man, 2 for 29 off his allotted 4 overs, economy rate of 7.2. Manoj Gupta, 2 for 18 off 3 overs, economy rate of 6. The man who have so far the most there, Chimeze, is gone for 53 from his allotted 4 overs with economy rate of 13.2. And they will have to work extremely hard to chase down 181 to win. Again, Sylvester Okpe, the man who stole the show, 86 of 46 deliveries. Vincent Adewoye, 55 of 32. Ramon Ali in front. Didn't really actualize the potential. 16 of 8. Kapil Sharma again, 2 for 29. Manoj, 2 for 18. And Majid Khan, 1 for 25. The leaderboard, that man again, moves to 396. With the highest score, this needs to be updated. Still not updated. He must have clocked 400 plus runs. With an amazing strike rate. Friends of cricket, we say thank you to those who have supported the league thus far. They followed the league. If you have followed the league for the past 5 months, it's been a long journey from November 2025, and we're coming to the climax today. And our main sponsors, Sterling Bank, Tata International, Nestle Milo, Sego Family Foundation, Pets Foundation, Tech Point, Lagos Cricket stakeholders, our key stakeholders, Unilag alumni, and the Nigerian Cricket Federation. We say thank you to all those who have been part of this league, but stay tuned. We still got 5 hours of intense cricket. It will be in the afternoon. Island Titans, the winner of the 40-over league, will be taking on Foundation. Foundation Cricket Club won all games in the preliminary round, but failed to win one in the Super 6. Hopefully, they crown themselves and go home smiling in their 40th year celebration this afternoon. But before that game, we would see Rising Star trying to go above this hurdle, 181 runs to win. From the Coms box, it is Endurance of Fame and Yomi Abayomi Ayanusi signing off.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second innings of this great encounter between Government College Ibadan Old Boys Cricket Club and the Rising Star Cricket Club. Earlier on in the first innings, that man on the top at the left-hand corner, Okpe Sylvester, stole the show, hitting a whopping 86 of 46 balls. 86 of 46 balls, with Vincent Adewoye scoring 55 of 32 balls and Raymond Ali 16 of 8 balls. Kapil leading the bowling charts with 2 of 29 in 4 overs, and Manoj Guptal with 2 of 18 in 3 overs. Those were the men who did justice in the first innings for Government College Ibadan Old Boys Cricket Club and Rising Star Cricket Club. But now they need to find a way in scoring 181 in 120 balls. How that would be visible, it's just a matter of time. Rising Star has a very huge tall order at this point. 118 is what they require in 120 balls. How they do it is just to go all attacking from the very first ball. That's the only way they can get themselves into a comfortable position. If not, they might have to keep struggling from the first ball to the very last ball. But Chimeze Onzilike and Vishal Sharma are the two batters who have decided to open the campaign for the defense of Rising Star Cricket Club, who technically are the defending champions. But if Government College defeats them today, they will be crowned champions, meaning Government College Ibadan Old Boys Cricket Club will be crowned champions of the 2025-2026 season. But let's not forget, we still have one more game this evening, or this afternoon, I beg your pardon. It is going to be Allen Titans Cricket Club, the winners of the 40 overs, against Foundation Cricket Club, the team that celebrated 40 overs. First ball bowled by Richard Ubo to Vishal Sharma, nicked towards goalie for a single. And that's the best way to start the campaign. Keep the ball ticking. That's the only way your team can get the runs needed. Very well bowled by Richard Ubo, keeping that ball down, ensuring that he doesn't get any elevation that he might need, because knowing truly well that Chimeze might decide to go all attacking from the very first ball of this game. He stays in, pulls that down. That should be the first boundary of the second innings. Yes, it is. Who better to start that first boundary than Chimeze Onzilike? He hits that to the boundary for 4. Again, the replay shows it. Just look at how patient he went in deep into his crease. He needs to be careful so that he doesn't get himself deep too much into the crease to have a hit wicket. But very well played by Chimeze Onzilike. The very first ball, a bigger pardon, the very third ball of the second innings goes to the boundary. Again, goes over the bowler's head, but they would take a single for that. Vishal not in a hurry to come back for the second. They know what they need is just 9 runs per over. Vishal goes straight, so lucky. Richard Ubo taking the fight back to Vishal Sharma. Vishal Sharma has just been taken behind the stumps by Lukman Koforula. What a lovely catch, a slower delivery by Richard Ubo. And just look at that nick straight into the hands of the wicketkeeper. And just in the first over, a wicket has dropped and Rising Star are 6 for 1 in the first over. Feeling sad with himself, Vishal Sharma, that long walk back to the dugout. Again on the replay, you can see that ball went straight into the hands of the keeper, Lukman Koforula. And the new man in is putting on jersey number 18, Pradeep Chandra, will be the man in to face the next couple of overs with Chimeze Ounzulike, as it's now 6 for 1 after 1 over. New spin bowling, putting on jersey number 18 is Elochuku. That's the new man in to bowl from the pavilion end of the famous Tafawa Balewa Square Cricket Oval. Hits that on the ground. Chimeze Ounzulike angling his bat for just a single. Pradeep will be facing the second ball of the second over. Taking his time before he gets into the action is Pradeep. Pulls that down towards the leg side. They just move the man from deep mid-wicket in, and he sends the ball back there for a boundary. They know they need to score a boundary per over, and that is what they are doing. Just look at how he rocked back to hit that ball to the boundary. Pradeep Chandra getting into the groove. And what a way to get your first ball faced to the boundary for 4. He comes down the line, the wicketkeeper can't take that. And Richard Ubo goes down to pick that, but they take 2 comfortable runs. That was begging to be taken, but the wicketkeeper couldn't take that nick. It was quick, but he stood away from it. And after the end of the second over, they are currently 13 for the loss of 1. They need 9.33. Technically, they need 1 boundary per over, so they need to get it. 9 runs per over is the required run rate. 168 runs needed in 108 balls. Rarely do you see the bats getting broken in a cricket game in Nigeria, but Chimeze's Owunzulike's bat just got broken. Again on the replay, we can see when the bat got broken. There you go. And what a miss. The edge of the bat flew off even before it made contact with the ball. Very strange.
At TechPoint Global Solutions, we deliver enterprise-grade connectivity across Nigeria. Our dedicated internet leased lines provide fast, secure, and reliable connectivity businesses can trust. With our smart IT managed solutions, we protect and optimize your infrastructure, so you can stay focused on growth. As an authorized Starlink partner, we extend high-speed internet to businesses anywhere in Nigeria. In 2025, our impact was recognized with the ISP Game Changer of the Year and Telecom Excellence Awards. Are you looking for reliable internet? TechPoint is your trusted connectivity partner. Get connected to
Pradeep goes down the ground. Can that be taken? Yes, comfortable catch from the man in the deep. Talabi Oduayo is the fielder that takes that catch, putting on jersey number 1. What a very good catch by Talabi Oduayo. Comfortable. He waited timely. Pradeep did misjudge the flight of the ball, and all he did was just hit it straight down the ground, right from his posture. You know that he knew he didn't pick the fielder. And that brings us to the end of the innings for Pradeep, who has faced 7 balls, scored 6 runs. And Rising Star are 21 for the loss of 2 wickets in 3.5 overs. New man in is Ashmit Siesta. Again on your replay is that wicket again. Haven't picked it up. You can see from that slow motion, he knew the moment he picked that ball, he found the fielder who was right in the deep and lost his wicket. That's what we call a cool as you like catch. And a new man in is Chester Ashmit. And it's the end of the 4th over. 159 runs needed in 96 balls. But Rising Star are currently 22 for 2, with Chimeze Onzulike still in there with 14 off 12 balls, while Ashmi Siesta has joined him in 1 off 1. Richard Ubo will be bowling his 3rd over and the 5th of this innings, in what seems to be like a game that would determine how Rising Star Cricket Club comes back to see if they can snatch away the victory from Government College Ibadan Old Boys Cricket Club. Ashmit's looking to hit that towards the leg side, but rather just found the front of his bat. Ashmi Siesta has just lost his wicket again. It seems to be wicket galore this time for Government College Ibadan Old Boys Cricket Club. Ashmi Siesta, feeling disappointed with himself, passed that ball straight into the hands of the bowler. He was looking to walk that towards the leg side, but rather played it straight back to the bowler's hand. Again, not the way Rising Star will be hoping to go. Just look at him. He was waiting for that ball. Looking, came down the line, was hoping to walk that down towards the leg side, but rather found the hands of Richard Ubo. And it's now 22 for 3 in 4.2 overs. Navin Kumar with jersey number 01 is the new batter in for Rising Star Cricket Club. At this point in time, it seems like it's going to go the way of Government College because they know they have one hand on the 2025 trophy.
Good afternoon and welcome again. It's 22 for 3 after 4.5 overs. It is Richard Ubo. Rising Star needing 159 runs from 92 balls. Will have to walk above board. Already lost 3 quick wickets. Navin K. Chimezio Muzulike, the skipper, will have to carry the shoulders, the weights now on his shoulders. The stage is getting set for what we call a GCI celebration. And this season, interesting. All smiles there. Koforola, wicketkeeper, smiling at his teammates. End of the 5th over, 22 for loss of 3 wickets.
And the wicket of Chimeze Owunzulike has just been taken. Just look at how the whole GCI players has run to meet Becky Mubarak for taking such a wonderful high catch of Chimeze Owunzulike.
Again in the replay, that delivery, he goes across looking to go towards the leg side. But they know how important that wicket is. It's all happy moments for GCI. You call it a GCI season, a GCI day, whatever you want to call it. But you can't take anything away from these youngsters who today have shown the act and discipline of why they are the best this season. Brilliant shot. This time, will they find the gap? Will that go away? Brilliant piece of fielding from the boundary. That man, Vincent Adewey, just loving his moments. Had a quick, quiet firing 50 earlier in the first innings. That partnership between himself and Sylvester Okwe for sure took this game out of reach, it looks like, from Rising Star. It's been an interesting season, 5 months of intense cricket. The best of the best cricketers in Nigeria featuring in the 23 teams league structure, 9 in the top division, Premiership, Premier League, and 14 in Division 1, split into 2 groups, the top 2 of each qualifying to the semis, called the Super 4, and with Government College Ughelli Cricket Club gaining promotion in what has become an emotional and enduring season for them. But for now, it's Elochukwu to Navin Kumar. A brilliant piece of bowling here by this young man. He's taking 2 already for 12. Current run rate seated at 4.2 and over. Required is 11. Every dot ball brings trouble to them. A brilliant shot this time through the backward of point. The chase is on, but will he get there? Brilliant piece of fielding. That's the youth we talk about in this GCI side. They want everything, even though victory looks short here. Every single run is a run safe. They know how important that is. It's all wraps up in play on the net run rate, and they know it. Ajidagba, you're welcome to the Coms box. It's been an amazing season for GCI. I know you're fond of GCI, and to the friends of the league, thank you so much. EMR Mining is the sponsor of the Cricketer of the Series bat. We also see IM Systems there, Apex Youth Sports, the sponsor of the player of the series for Division 1. Tiloy Foundation, that man donated the Premier League trophies. We also see Cricket Lab there, Victory Vision, the 40 overs involvement, Ruth Lamina. And thank you for the sponsorship of the women's cricket, Joshua Yanaki, SMJ Logistic, Okolo Dozier, Adamola, Bejide Jide, Tamej Singh, SS4 and friends. Thank you all. We really appreciate how far you've brought us this season, and hopefully we have a solid 2026-2027 season. Ajidagba, your take on the league so far?
If there is anything like 120 over 100, that is what I am going to christen this year's league. And I must say, shout out to every member of the CCC executive. Like they say, according to Henry Ford, coming together is the beginning, keeping together is progress, and working together is success. You can't clap with one hand, you clap with both hands. And I must say, the leadership alongside the executive have made sure everything has worked very well. I recall yesterday, I was still at Ibadan, at the Obafemi Awolowo Cricket Oval, the formerly Liberty Cricket Oval, where we had the EMR under 19 Southwest competition. And I must say, with what I saw and what is happening this season, is giving a lot of people encouragement. So I say that everybody is encouraged to do what they are doing. We talk about motivation, the intrinsic form of motivation, which is abstract. You cannot see it. but the extrinsic where you get gifts. Look at in every category, you have people taking care of it. And once you are transparent and accountable, people want to entrust their funds with you. And I must say, we are mini IPL because with this development that is happening next year, I'm sure will be bigger than what we are seeing this year. So big shout out. I'm anticipating a very interesting event. And of course, with what we are seeing, nothing more than success all the way.
Success all the way. Dashion has just said it. The man with the statistics and the man with the praises and accolades. Interesting to say that this same man and I have come all the way back in the commentary box, even with that of Endurance of FM. We've had our different banters with different leagues, but it's good to say that one thing is definitely certain. If you talk about international cricket, I'm the only one that's quite different within the two of them. I'm the only man who supports the All Blacks. That's the rugby side, but they call them the Kiwis. That's the New Zealand side. But when I'm seated with Shield and Endurance, I have to just put my head down because both of them are all South Africans fans.
You got it all wrong. It's England. But when things are not working well, I just say Wuzawonawi because we just have to support our African people. But back here, we are looking at an interesting game. Naveen and Kapil batting. Rising Stars Cricket Club, champions of the league the previous season, 30 for 4. This is not where they want to be, but this is where Government College, IBADAN Old Boys Cricket Club, have put them to be. Bowling from the Court of Appeal end, Richard Ubo. You can also incorporate Ifeanyi into that name. He's the first man in the history of Nigeria to earn a player of the match at an international event. 150 runs from 78 balls. This is possible, it is doable, and it's very achievable.
So let me go back to history, Shell. During your days of ICY, for those who don't know the acronyms of ICY, it's Igbobi College, Yaba. You were an opening batter for your school. How does it feel like when you were facing the red ball? I know you have never faced the white ball before, but how does it feel like facing the red ball behind your home team?
It was very difficult. As an opening batter, I recall that myself and Ahmed Anifowoshe, we used to open the batting. Ahmed Anifowoshe was a left-hand batter. I was a right-hand batter. And those days, the bowlers were swinging the ball. The likes of Ashamu back at St. Gregory's College, the likes of Shenwodeku, they were swinging the ball, and we were the ones who were facing those balls. And what we were meant to do is to kill the shine of the ball as well as score runs. But ultimately, it's always interesting to go and open the batting. But it's difficult. If you do it well. If you don't do it well, you put pressure on your team. But back to the game itself, coming now from the pavilion end, Elochukwu Undubudem, who is also a player of the national team of Nigeria, made his international debut in Abuja last year for the second West Africa Trophy. He's bowling from the pavilion end, and already he has claimed 2 wickets, same as Ifeanyi Ubo.
Same as Ifeanyi Ubo, but the whole idea for Rising Star now is to keep rotating the strike, even though the required run rate has jacked up to 11.84. They're currently at 4.40. If they can't get the boundaries, just keep the rotation of the strikes. That pushes you to at least a very good total, not losing woefully or not losing in a manner they don't want to lose. But what is more painful, Sheung? I know you studied psychology in between one of your courses. Which is much painful? Losing the first game or losing the last game?
It depends. There is context to it. If the last game does not have consequence, then there's no problem. But if the last game has a consequence, like what we are seeing today, then it matters a lot that you lost the last game. And I share a quick experience with you about football. The World Cup that the Spanish national team won, they lost the first game. It was not much of a problem, but they eventually went on to win the last game, which signifies champions of the World Cup. We've also seen the Argentines do it also. They lost against Saudi Arabia in the first game, but went on to win the World Cup, beating the French national team in the final. So it is contextual, but most times that last game you don't want to lose, because they say what we learn last, sometimes we remember first during examination. So if, for instance, you beat me in the first game, I'll tell you who had the last laugh. So that is the context. I also want to look at it from that. When you are talking, so you beat me the first time, but when we met the last time, I beat you. Recently, I was the one who beat you. So you can't be talking in the past. Let's talk in the present.
Let's talk in the present. Bowling change for Government College. It is going to be Jimo Abdurrahman bowling from the Court of Appeal end, and I think there's a bit of a discussion between the umpires and the batter that he has to put on an helmet for protection, which is part of the playing conditions for the CCC 2025-2026 season. For both medium pace and quick bowlers, you have to put on an helmet, but for the spin bowlers, you have to put on either your face cap or you go without that. But for batters, some batters feel like they don't want to put on an helmet, and we've seen situations where injuries have happened. But the interesting part of it, like I used to tell people, if you play the international cricket, even in some of these Asian players that we have in Nigeria that play, when they go home to play in their Indian league, they put on the helmet. So why is it so difficult to put on the helmet when you are in Nigeria?
It's not a case of whether you are in Nigeria or you are in your country. If there is a statutory rule that says you must put on an helmet, we are all playing under the International Cricket Council rules and regulation. This is not a regulation manufactured by the organizers of the Club Cricket Committee, and everything we are doing is about safety. Like we always say, preventive is better than curative. Of blessed memory, you recall a batter who died as a result of being concussed, Shin Abbott. He was putting on even an helmet, but the ball struck him in a place that really hurt. Let alone you not putting on an helmet. We don't want any incidents, any funny incident. The reason we once said you must, and if teams don't adhere, we just say, umpires, enforce what the rule says. If after 2 minutes you don't have that helmet on, then you have every reason to be timed out. And when you are timed out, it means you have lost our wickets.
Jimo Abdurrahman into the attack from the Court of Appeal end. He goes straight with a soft hand, a run out chance. Oh, so lucky. Jimo Abdurrahman appealing to the batter that he should have apologizing on behalf of Vincent Adewoye for that throw. But that was a quick run in between the wicket by the two batters. But this looks like a tall order. 145 in 71 balls. Except if they have a Carlos Braithwaite or a Ben Stokes. Good push on the ground towards backward of point for just a single. But I don't see how Rising Star is probably going to get this game done and dusted in winning. The only thing I think is best for them to do is just to rotate the strike and just play off the 20 overs. At least go with something meaningful at the end of the season.
About me, nice summation there. But the most difficult thing now for the Rising Stars Cricket Club is their inability to score boundaries. The Carlos Braithwaite and Ben Stokes situation that we saw, which was West Indies versus England, that was one big over. They need two of those kind of overs where you have about 4 sixes and maybe 2 fours to make things happen. So if that is not happening, then there will be an issue, because the GCI team are ensuring that they don't score boundaries, making things difficult for them.
Push down the ground towards third man. And they take the first one fast, but they just decide to take two for that. They know exactly that, if we're not getting the boundaries, we need to run with our feet. JCI will be happy with that. As long as you're not getting the boundaries which is required and you're just getting the singles, they know that putting both hands on that trophy this season is going to be good. And interesting to say again, Sheol, is that GCI has been knocking on the trophy's door for the past 4 seasons. In fact, I wouldn't say 4 seasons. I'll say for the last 5 seasons. So this season will make it 6. I remembered vividly during those days when I was doing the data analysis of the league. GCI lost the league twice to IBADAN at the very last day of the season. So what would you have said, or what do you think that the management and the technical advisors of GCI has done really extremely well this season?
To be honest, nice thoughts, appeal, but the umpires have given it. And of course, Naveen is out without doing so much. This is the team doing a lot in ensuring that they stifle them. See that again. That replay says it all. And of course, you said something very instructive about me. What has the management done right? What they have done right is to make sure that they fortify their squad. And you agree with me that GCI have a crack squad. The likes of Ramon Ali that you can always look up to. The Jimo Abdurrahman you talked about. Not also forgetting Isaac Okpe, the captain of the side. Sylvester Okpe, the former captain of Nigeria. Undubudem Elochukwu. You can continue to mention that they have a very, very good squad. And when you keep trying, you eventually get it. As long as you don't relent, you keep pushing, you keep trying, you will get the desired result. And that's what GCI have been doing. They say that the extra mile you go in life is the difference between success and failure. 38 for 5. This is almost long gone.
This is almost long gone, and it's 143 runs needed in 66 balls. It seems like a tall order now for Rising Star Cricket Club. I don't know how they want to do it, but they just need to get those runs on the board. They need to get boundaries if that's what they need to do. But it's going to be a long walk for them. Into the attack now from the dugout for Rising Star is Majid Khan, the man who has done extremely well with the ball, cutting off the pace. Sheol, can you do us the honors to talk about our friends of the CCC League?
Big shout out to all the friends of the Club Cricket Committee League, EMR Mining Limited, IMS Systems, Athletes Pursuing Excellence, Youth and Sport, T-Loy Foundation, the Cricket Lab Lounge. Yesterday was very, very interesting with the relaunch of the lounge, which is now a sports bar. Victory Vision, SMJ Logistics and Event Management Limited, Ruth Lamina, Joshua Ayonaike, Okolo Dozie, Adamola Abuaba, Bejide Jide, Tamesh Singh, SS4 and friends. We say thank you to all of you.
And we would not forget our major sponsors, which we will be showing them later on, but said by the producer. Goes down the ground, but no is the call. This season has been much electrifying. Players know that with sponsors, you get everything in terms of incentives and in terms of cash rewards and even prizes. It got into the occasion there. There is it. Thank you very much, producer Sheol.
Big shout out to Sterling Bank, your one customer bank, the Sterling Jet, Tata International, Sego Family Foundation, Pet Foundation, Nesu, makers of Milo, the oh my word, another wicket. Kapil is gone. Kapil is gone. What a brilliant catch that was from captain himself. It was a brotherly affair. Sylvester Bowles and Isaac does well to get that catch. Yes. Once again, big shout out to Sterling Bank, our major sponsor, Tata International, Tech Point Global Solution, Sego Family Foundation, Pet Foundation, Nesu, makers of Milo, Unilag Cricket Alumni, Lagos State Cricket Association, the Nigerian Cricket Federation, Lagos Cricket stakeholders. Big shout out to all of you for making this league very interesting for us.
Very interesting, you say, Sheo, and we would be going for drinks breaks. But while we are drinks breaks, we would leave you in the hands of the jingle of the league sponsors.
At TechPoint Global Solutions, we deliver enterprise-grade connectivity across Nigeria. Our dedicated internet lease lines provide fast, secure, and reliable connectivity businesses can trust. With our smart IT-managed solutions, we protect and optimize your infrastructure, so you can stay focused on growth. As an authorized Starlink partner, we extend high-speed internet to businesses anywhere in Nigeria. In 2025, our impact was recognized with the ISP Game Changer of the Year and Telecom Excellence Awards. Are you looking for reliable internet? TechPoint is your trusted connectivity partner. Get connected today.
Welcome back to the second half of this encounter between Government College and Rising Star Cricket Club. It is 38 runs on the board. New man in is Tamesh Singh. Goes back, Sylvester Okpe into the attack. From the Court of Appeal, beg your pardon, from the pavilion end. Yes, that's from the pavilion end. Tries to nick that square cut, but could only find in between the legs of the wicketkeeper. Very well played, slapped that in, but there's a protection in the deep. What a fumble there by Richard Ubo. He needs to explain to us what really happened over there. I think he has just injured himself because he's still down. But interesting to say, even though he's still down, none of his teammates is even attending to him.
Not like they don't want to attend to him. He's back again on his feet, and we are grateful about that. He skies it up, but missed chance there. Majid Khan feeling a bit offended about the action of Vincent Adewoye.
You know, during off the mics when we had the innings break, Majid Khan went all out against the GCI side. I had a discussion when Sylvester scored his 80, and Sylvester made me understand that he was trying to sledge them, but he wasn't directly, he was directly sledging each player of the GCI batters then. So I think the GCI players are also trying to do that, but this way, they're doing it in the cricketing way. If you're out of your crease, they have every opportunity to run you out, but if the ball is not directly hitting you, there's nothing you could do. You could only just tell the umpires rather than face the batters or the field inside themselves. But he needs to understand that CCC has a disciplinary committee and they would be requesting for clips like this. So if he's found guilty, I just hope he doesn't get 3 or 4 match banned.
Well, we don't know what has happened, but what I can see from umpire Ramon Adilakun, the square leg umpire, is that they have requested for the helmet from the Rising Stars Cricket Club for Majid Khan. Protection has to be done. We have to play cricket in the fairest of manner without contravening what the law says. But you look at the replay of what happened there. He skied the ball up. There was a chance for Vincent Adewoye at mid-wicket to catch that. He missed that opportunity, but he felt Majid Khan had walked out of his batting crease, so he was just trying to run him out, that if I could not catch you, then I can also run you out. But he felt offended that it looks as if he was targeting the individual. But there are interesting conversations going on. We are having a lot of people watching this game from across the globe, from Nigeria to Canada, and one of such is my brother and my friend, former captain of Nigeria, under the former coach of the national team of Nigeria and the high performance manager, Deshabandu Asanka Pradi Gurusinya, a World Cup winner with Sri Lanka in 1996. And I'm talking about one of our big sponsors, Joshua Ayonaike. He said he doesn't know whether Seun Ajidagba is supposed to feel offended about the comment made by Abayomi Ayonusi, and that was the comment of Seun Ajidagba has not faced white ball before. Ricky T, the man who owns Athletes Pursuing Excellence Through Sport, our vice chairman of Akusi National, and of course the head of administration at the Tafawa Balewa Kedova, he's saying initially Seun paused, didn't know what to do, whether to feel offended or to carry on. Ricky T, I see your comment. Joshua Ayonaike, I see your comment, but no problem, it's all good. I will not bother about Abayomi.
But to be honest, look at that conversation there. They run out chance. They're telling Jimo, you should have taken that chance. Paul Palm telling Vincent, take it easy, man. We don't need to go a little bit aggressive. We know we have the game in our hands. But Sean, let's be honest with ourselves. You never faced the white ball. Neither did I watch you play the red ball. But I knew you went to Government College. I knew you went to Igbobi College, Yaba. And I knew you played good cricket. But nonetheless, Sean, you never faced the white ball. You only wore white and white.
I must say that in philosophy, there's something they call argumentum ignorantum. That is when you argue ignorantly. I will tell you for a fact that I played at the CMS Grammar School for Igbobi College Old Boys Cricket Club.
Okay, you win there. You win there. I remember that game now. You win.
And I was fielding at backward of point.
Yes, you
so
win.
I don't know what you are talking about.
But you faced just one ball. It was just one ball or two balls. How many runs did you score that day?
The statistics will show you. I need not engage you in any conversation. Statistics will show you.
Sure, you just have to accept this time I have won. You usually win off the mic or on
I don't need to get into any argument or any conversation. The stats are there. The Cricket Hero stats are there. You asking me how many runs did I score is me trying to overhype myself. Everybody who saw me bat and field that day gave me props and said, Shehu, it's in you.
Until the day you play in front of the camera, that's the day we will accept all this. Very well bowled there by Jimo Abdurrahman, hitting the deck with the seam of the ball, not making sure that Majid Khan, who is a big hitter of the ball, gets a feel of the ball on the bat on the ball. But nonetheless, let's see, the required run rate has now gotten to 14.34, and the current run rate is 3.93. Quickly, Sheon, we know GCI is gradually getting to victory for this. What would you love to see next season in the 2026-27 CCC League?
First thing first, I need to see many more sponsors. I need to see many more sponsors. That is what I want to see next season. Many more sponsors than what we have this season. So there is something that players can always look forward to. You know, in life, we always see an upward trajectory. That's what we pray for. Nobody wants to retrogress. We always want to progress. That's the first thing I want to see. The second thing I want to see is these teams coming out to fight. You know, everybody fighting. We've seen teams gain promotion now, and we have seen teams go down to Division 1. So I want to see better cricket than what I saw this season. So we want improvement to what we saw, and that's a wide ball. This season has been very great in all ramification. We've seen the fastest 50. We've seen a player score century. You know, things that are very, very beautiful to talk about. So I want to see more improvement than what I saw this season.
You know, the good thing about this new league is this. 3 tournaments was played in one season. You had the normal Premier League, you had the normal CCC League, which was a T20 format, and in between the season, with the 40 overs was introduced to now bring back the longer version of the game, and also they brought the female league, the maiden edition, which had just 4 teams. Though it was within a short period of time, but the ladies came out blazing. Interesting to say, in that particular female league, there were players that scored 50s. There were teams that scored above 100. And we ask ourselves, why have we been holding back on tournaments like this? Do you think that more tournaments should be brought up, like the T10s, the 6-a-sides that we know back then during the playing days?
You saw when I gave props to the organizers of the league, because they put things in place. Oh my word, that was an opportunity. But then ball raced to 4, and it looks like there is a personal battle between Majid Khan, that we know to be a big hitter, with the players of GCI. Even when things are not going according to plans for them, they are saying to themselves, we'll go down with a huge fight. And you said something about me. In all the competition that happened this season, it was financially implicating. It came with a cost. You can imagine the CCC organizing a 40 overs game. They organized the female version. You are talking about T10. You are talking about 6-a-side being incorporated. I'm sure if the organizers of the league see more sponsors and more money comes in, why not if not? What I saw this season is the fact that there is what we call ROI, which is an acronym for return on investment. For all the things the organizers of the league told the sponsors they were going to do, clinics, bringing the students to come and see live games and see national team players, organizing a female league, organizing a 40, they have all ticked those boxes. And when you do that for sponsors, that value proposition, you give it to them, there is no way they won't want to come back. So all those boxes have been ticked, and I'm sure that the organizers of the league, led by our amiable chairman, they are doing a lot in ensuring that they do many more next season. So trust me, this season I give the organizers of the league 200 over 100.
200 over 100, he says. And now Sylvester Okwe is the man going to bowl from the pavilion end, and it just seems like the GCI guys are just allowing Majid to have his feel, and Ramon Adelakun, the umpire, is telling Majid, you can't just waste our time. We have another game to play later on in the afternoon, so let's get on with this game. Sylvester Okwe taking his time. Neither are all the GCI players so much in a hurry, because they know they have both hands already on the trophy.
Oh my word, ladies and gentlemen! That was a brilliant catch. Chameshin is gone. Vincent Adewoye, the ecstasy, the excitement, the joy. See that again on replay. Sylvester Oke causing trouble. He went for that ball and see that dive with the impossible hand. Shout out to the production team. Shout out to the production team. That was a brilliant catch. And about me, I must also emphasize the fact that the league in Nigeria, the CCC league, was in the faces of a lot of people in the media, from the print to radio to television. Every weekend they were always showing our league, and that is one good thing that gave our players a lot of publicity.
Yes, Cheo, and I remember during the press conference at the opening ceremony, at the opening season, the chairman of the CCC made one statement. He said, this league, the 2025-2026, is going to be about the players. It is not just about the publicity. The publicity is focused on the players, and it has paid off. You can see the likes of Ramon Ali has been recognized all over the world. He had his call-up in the national team. Udubemi also had the call-up in the national team. Ridwan Ulai, beg your pardon, Ismail of FCC also had his call-up at the national team. You can see a lot of these young players got that line mark, and they all went straight into that. Not only that, it is also known that Sterling Bank also, interestingly, though we know they sponsors a lot of sports, but had given cricket that much publicity that we least expected.
You see, when you don't have a vision, you cannot set out on a mission. When the chairman made mention of attention away from the officials and let's focus on the real protagonists, and the real protagonists are the players that we really want to project, it was very strategic, because if the players are not here, what are we doing here? Is today my date of birth? No. We are here because the players are here. Just like we always say, that make it the players. Because if you call yourself a professor, you can only claim to be a professor if the students are around. You can't go to the marketplace and say, I am Professor so. Nobody recognizes you. But you'll be giving your pride of place when students are around. So what am I saying in essence is that you have to focus on the players. Because the reason we are organizing this league is because of the players. So that everybody can get the projection, the publicity, and the support that they require. And I'm happy that the best league in West Africa has gotten the much needed projection. We are not where we are, but we are getting to where we want to be.
You know, the interesting part of it, Sheon, talking about we're not where we are and we are getting to where we're going to be, is that this season, Man of the Match Awards was sponsored by Pet Foundation. And interesting to say, in the Premier League, Man of the Match gets 30,000 naira. In Division 1, they get 20,000 naira. Statistics has it that at least in Division 1, 3 players has won it thrice. No ball called, down the ground, but straight to the man at backward of square. Just I was saying, this man bowling, Sylvester Okwe, has won it 4 different times. If you do the maths, 30 times 3 times 4, it's about 120. What else do you expect?
You know, the thing is, you are not getting to where I want to listen to. I was having a conversation.
I wanted to give you that.
I was having a conversation with some of these clubs, their officials. What they said is that aside from what CCC gives, the club also owe it a point of duty to say, player of the month for the club gets so and so amount. So everybody is scrambling and anticipating to get that extra incentive aside from what CCC offers. Like I said, incentives goes a long way to do this. I know how busy, what a maximum that is, but looking like the man who has been talking about him, he eventually won the war again against him. Vincent Adewoye versus Majid Khan. And Majid is gone. Vincent Adewoye gets his man They've
Again
been
on,
having a battle.
again on the replay, you can see that he thought he could get the elevation that he wants. But what you need to see is that cool, calm, and collected the way Vincent took that catch. He knew he needed to take that man out, and that jubilation says it all, Sheon. And just like you said, Sheon, the incentive has gone round, and it shows that it is not just about the league itself, it is also about the incentive. But let's not forget something, Sheon. Apart from the fact that we have sponsors, the biggest sponsors have been the club themselves. I was speaking to some managers of some clubs, and I realized that if we put together all the money the clubs used to bring these players from outside of the states, lodge them in the hotel, match fees, winning bonus, and all, Sheon, we would have had one of the best leagues without even looking for sponsors. But however, with the addition of sponsors, it had made this league even much global. And I'm sorry to use this word. I'm really sorry. I know it's gonna cause an uproar, but the CCC the CCC has been or is still the best league in West Africa.
No, there is no contest about that. And I must say that one of the things we are looking at now is many more sponsors coming on board to support this league. Ahmed Khan is in to replace Majid Khan, and it's a Khan situation. 8 wickets down, 48 for 8. This is total annihilation, decimation, and you want to call pummeling. With the way GCI are going, all guns blazing, you want to say this team has proven to be the best this season, no doubt.
Not just the best, Sheon. They've stood their grounds tight. They've held their nerves. They knew very well that the mistakes they've been doing in the past has haunted them in losing the league, but they kept it to this very moment, and they know very well that, look, if you want to win the league, you have to finish well. It's not just about starting well, but you also have to finish well as well. And now what rises the need is 133 in 48 balls. I don't see how they can come back from this, because what you have to do is to ensure that you get 16 runs per over, which means you need roughly at least 2 boundaries per over. But I must give kudos again to the PCT. They call them the player control team. Usually we call them the umpires and the scorers, but now we know them for PCT, which is the player control, the players control and player control team, as they are made sure that officiating in this league has been top notch. We've never had any incidents where any umpire has gone to face the disciplinary committee. Neither have we had players gone to face disciplinary committee. And I must say also, Sheon, the fact that the enforcement of the elements on the batters has now been taken seriously by the umpires has been something I'm really grateful for. Into the attack, back again from the Court of Appeal end is Jimo Abdurrahman to Manoj Gupta.
We give thanks to all members of the PCT, both in Division 1 and of course the Premier Division, for a fantastic job done so far. White ball declared by umpire Wale Adekoya. Jimo has 1 wicket to his credit, and I'm sure he'll be hoping for more wickets. After this game, up next for a viewing pleasure, Foundation Cricket Club will be slugging it out with Island Titans Cricket Club. Island Titans Cricket Club have something to take home. Last weekend at the Unila Cricket Oval, they defeated their opponent, Ibejuleki Cricket Club, to win the 40 overs. And so it's not an entirely bad season for Island Titans Cricket Club. And to think that Foundation Cricket Club started this season like an house on fire, only to lose it at that critical moment. Jimo Abdurrahman, another player of the national team who was missing from the second West Africa trophy that happened in Abuja, is coming from the Court of Appeal end and bowling to Manoj, the left-hand batter. Another wide ball. Certainly not to the amazement of his teammates. Three consecutive wides from Jimo Abdurrahman, finding it difficult to get that line. Certainly not to the excitement of his teammates, and they would expect that he has a control of the ball. Everybody lost incentive. We have talked about how the teams got a lot of incentive, and I can say to Abayomi, my friend, that my weekends are always very busy, but one of the things that made me to cancel all my weekend engagement for running commentary Saturday and Sunday is the incentive that the CCC introduced.
I can't believe he just said that.
And I hope many more will come. I hope the chairman and the board are listening.
Well, the good thing is that, again, let's be honest with ourselves. Production this year has really gone top notch.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we've had the best of the productions.
Yeah.
I must say, apart from the fact that we at the commentary box are also good, we have to give kudos to the men behind the cameras. They've ensured that we don't miss a single ball, right? Every difficult catches. I remember like 2 or 3 difficult catches that most people did not expect we were going to see. Those camera guys were getting it. And so I'm sure you know some of their names. If you could just run through them, or do you want me to help you do that?
Just help me, because I need you to help me. The reason is because you coordinate these guys, and I must say that the reason they are doing what they are doing is all down to incentives. Where there is no motivation, there is demotivation.
But the truth, Sean, thank you very much. We have Femi, who's behind the mixer, who's the one changing the both cameras in between. Then we have David. That man has stayed the whole day. Technically, I tell people, if that man decides to be an umpire, he's not going to feel it. That goes up. It's going to go over covers. But there's deep extra covers in play to cut that out. But no is the call. I'm quite surprised at that. They should have taken a single, but no is the call. And not to forget Chibuzo as well. Those two have ensured that we get the cameras rolling and get everything done. And now let's also not forget ourselves, Sean. You, myself, and Endurance have ensured that our viewers at home get to hear the good commentary, statistics, and even the technicalities of the game itself.
It's all down to incentive.
Show is going all incentive at this moment. But nonetheless, Sean, even with the current sponsors we have, not more sponsors are still being needed. Again, Sean, I must say this, right? Apart from the live visuals, the still images, the reels cannot be taken off from the man behind it. His face has never been seen. His name has never been heard, but he's always been doing that. Sean, over to you on that person.
Yeah, we are talking about the media manager of the Nigerian Cricket Federation, Zilibe. The hype I gave you must be transformed into incentive, because if you want more hype and more accolade, then I think it must be induced with something that would encourage me. The man we're talking about is the former captain of Pioneers Cricket Club, but I think he has retired too early. That's what my instinct is telling me. I don't know, but I could be proved wrong. Plays it, and the ball, oh, what a beautiful stop there. Jimo Abdurrahman fighting for everything. And of course, like I said, much later, the game we are going to be seeing, Island Titans Cricket Club, champions of the 40 overs, will be taking on Foundation Cricket Club. Where did Foundation Cricket Club miss their way? At some point in time, they were untouchable.
Straight towards points. Becky couldn't stop that, but this time they would take a single for that. With a question Sheon asks, I think I'm not in the best position to answer that. It is only the technical team of the Foundation Cricket Club that can answer that. At some point in time, it looked like David Ankara was going to clinch the batter of the series, but he lost it to Sylvester Okpe, who had his 7th 50 this season, and that's the man bowling. Miss it appealed for LBW, and not given. That was slightly high and way above the stumps, and with that with that dot ball, the run rate of Rising Star keeps climbing. Now it's at 20.05, and their current run rate keeps dropping. At this point in time, it seems victory is just a mile away from Government College Ibadan Old Boys Cricket Club. The competitiveness of the CCC League is shown not only in the bat but also with the ball. He goes big, he goes high. Can this be taken? The captain, Isaac Okpe, makes that catch look too simple. And now the ninth wicket has now been taken, and it seems victory is on the verge for Government College Ibadan Old Boys Cricket Club. And there you see it again. He thought he could go high, he thought he could go big, but rather can only find the hands of the captain, putting on jersey number 30, Isaac Okpe, as it's now 9 wickets for 54 runs in 14 overs. Thank you very much to our headline sponsors, Sterling Bank, Tata International, and not forgetting TechPoint Global Solutions. They are the ones that made sure that internet is available in all the grounds for us to be able to not only score the games live on our scoring app, Crick Heroes, but also bringing broadcasting transmission to you live in the comfort of your homes. But do not forget, 2 p.m. is where the grand finale is. Presentations will be done, awards will be given. Interesting to see that Government College decides to give Ramon Ali the ball to bowl the last wicket. And the man comes from around the wicket to bowl spin. The young, tall, lanky man who made his international debut in last year's West Africa Trophy is now on the verge of lifting another trophy this year. For his club side that has invested so much in him. Appeal for LBW not given. They take the first one simple, knowing truly well it's the last wicket for Rising Star. Government College will be happy with what is going on because they know this is the last game and this is a victory in the making for them.
62 for 9. 15.1 overs gone. They require 119 runs in 28 balls. But now it's gone to 63 for 9. 15.2 overs gone. 118 runs in 28 balls. Manoj and Adegboye are the ones batting. Manoj is the striker. Vincent Adewoye is the bowler. Any wicket that drops either for Manoj or Adegboye ultimately makes GCI champions, or call them winners of this game. No run there. Vincent into his first over. But has already given out a run. The task became daunting when the likes of Chimezie Onwuzulike, now also leaving out Ashet Smishta, Ashmit, Majid and the other players lost their wickets. And those are the people that they were looking up to score that runs. No doubt 181 was huge, a huge total. And they've cut out everything that looks like a boundary.
It's interesting to say, Sean, Rising Star know they can't win this game, but we'd rather just put up a fight to ensure that they drag the victory parade for Government College Ibadan Old Boys Cricket Club probably to the very last over, as the game just keeps dragging on, as we have gone 16 overs in this second innings, and Rising Star are not ready to give up yet. $118 runs required in 24 balls. Manoj and Adegboye are the two batters left for Rising Star. You'll be thinking to hold on to the very end of this innings.
More importantly, playing out the overs will be on the minds of these two batters. But the question is, will Isaac allow? Run out chance. Ladies and gentlemen, what did Adegboye just do?
I don't see where he was going. You played the ball right into the hands of the man that covers. You don't take on Vincent. You never take on Vincent. How can you just take off after playing the game ball straight into the hands of Vincent Adewoye? And finally, GCI are having that celebration party that they require. At this point, it's saying congratulations to the Government College Ibadan Old Boys Cricket Club, as they are now officially crowned the champions of the 2025-2026 Club Cricket Committee Lagos Cricket League. You can see that jubilation has started. The celebration has started, but it's not complete yet. Until they lift that trophy, that is when they can be officially crowned the winners of the 2025-2026 season. Congratulations, GCI. And for every one of you who have stayed tuned to this game, thank you very much. But do not forget, we still have one more game this afternoon. Island Titans Cricket Club versus Foundation Cricket Club. That is the last game you will be witnessing in this second encounter to end the 2025-2026 season. Quickly, the match summary. So before I call it a day, right here, it is GCI winning by 117 runs. Chimeze Owuzilike top scoring with the bats for Rising Star Cricket Club with 14 runs off 13 balls. Kapil Shamar with 9 off 14 balls. And Majid Kumar with 7 off 18 balls. And Sylvester Okpe 4 wickets with 5 runs with 3 overs. Richard Ubo 2 wickets, 17 runs in 4 overs. And Elochukwu Undubem with 2 wickets, 18 runs in 4 overs. That is the summary of the whole thing. But ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The champions. I'm really wondering what Mustafa Yusuf, the man from the Allied Titans, is also doing in the photogram. But the GCI teams have had a very lovely season. We must say congratulations to them. They have done extremely well. They have victorious. And from us right here at the commentary box, we say thank you very much for joining us. But let's not forget, these are our sponsors: Friends of Cricket, EMR Mining, IM Systems, Apex Youth Sport, the T-Loy Foundation, the Cricket Lab, Vision, Victory Vision, SMG Logistics, Ruth Lamin, Joshua Yonaike, Okolo Dozie, Ademola Ayoba, Jide, T-Loy Foundation, Tamesh Singh, SS4 and Friends. And not to forget, our headline sponsors: Sterling Bank, Tata International, Lagos State Cricket Stakeholders, TechPoint Global Solution, Milo, University of Lagos Cricket Alumni, Pet Foundation, Sego Foundation, the Nigerian Cricket Federation, and not forgetting the Lagos State Cricket League, Lagos State Cricket Association. For me right here, it's au revoir, adios amigos, and see you for the second game.